All right, YouTube, quick update. All right, I have no idea if this is anything like the original bracket setup, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's probably better looking. Um, yeah, so where I think I left this last was I kind of had the ideas of a bracket mocked up. It was all kind of cobbled together. So this is basically almost the finished product. This is all stripped down at this point. There's actually 3 pieces to this bracket. So there's one that picks up the hard points on the engine. So there's 2 large 7/16 bolts on the bottom. They go to this plate, this vertical plate. This has a cutout into it to get a clearance for the profile of the power steering pump. And then it comes out into this kind of cantilevered bracket, which is the torque reaction for the power steering motor, right? So that has like a ladder bracket that picks up 2 points on the original motor bracket, and then triangulates all that down to that surface. Okay, so really the whole idea here is this is a beefy mofo, right? It's all 1/4-inch plate. It's got 2 really sturdy hard points down on the engine, and then I've got a 3rd point up here on the pump attachment, which also goes back down to the engine. So when it's all secured up, it's very rigid, which is important because this thing's got a bunch of stuff hanging off of it, and it's reacting all the torque loads from the power steering motor. So that's what that looks like. There's just a couple of features here, so you can see there's a stud protruding, and then also there's a weld nut on this ear here. So that's actually the 2nd bracket, or excuse me, that would be the 3rd bracket that the power steering pump is mounted to, and that gives it its pivot and locking position. So that allows it to pivot on this high point, so it kind of rolls upwards, and that's what gives you the tension on your fan belt. And then on the front, which is all part of the kind of call it the lower portion of the bracket, there's just some offset standoffs and a little tab. That's the lower pivot for the alternator, and then the top pivot of the alternator is kind of part of the power steering pump bracket. So pretty serious cobble, but I mean, this thing's got some really tight spacing in here. I'll get it all buttoned up and give you an update on what the final product looks like before I paint this sucker. But this is kind of where I ended up. I think I'm in a happy spot now. Thanks, YouTube. Talk to you soon.